All the research findings said that East Asians are conformist and that we don't like to make unique choices. This is because culture creates meaning via this constant cycle of mutual constitution. So what does that mean? It means that there's an interaction between the culture and the individuals who are part of that culture to create meaning. And this is a constant cycle, which results in cultural patterns and different models of how one views the self, as well as the self's relationship with others. So what does this mean in the luxury context? The popular but interesting belief when it comes to East Asian consumption of luxury brands is that East Asians are buying luxury brands to conform because it is the safe thing to do, because it's the popular thing to do. So the assumption is that people are buying things that other people are buying. What is interesting is that luxury is usually conspicuous. The consumption is usually conspicuous, which doesn't necessarily jive with the idea that this action is to be a conformist. So what we argue is that actually, given this framework that we're looking at, it is the opposite. So if you have an independent self-view, your choice in luxury brands should be a reflection of your internal preferences. Your choice should be self-defining. What does that mean? That means that your choice should be more consistent. So more formally, these are the hypotheses. First is that compared to Western consumers, East Asian consumers have a higher need for distinctiveness versus consistency in the choices that they make. Second, East Asians do actually express themselves through their consumption choices. And third, because they're context dependent, East Asians will make self-expressive choices when it is socially appropriate to do so. So here in our current research, we focused on Japanese consumers and American consumers. So the first study, we wanted to explore, do East Asians actually self-express through their choices? Or are they always just conforming and buying whatever is the safe choice, the popular choice? Depending on the occasion, people make very different choices. So of course, if it's a professional setting where you're not supposed to offend others, you're more likely to choose the standard, more conservative design. However, in the social occasion, when you can be more yourself, you can be more self-expressive, people are more likely to choose a limited edition, which is less popular, if you recall. So this means that East Asians do have this motivation to express themselves through choices, but it has to be the right context. So when East Asians buy luxury brands, do they only buy it because it's Louis Vuitton or Gucci or Prada? Or do they appreciate something else about these brands when they buy it? Basically, East Asians are more likely to buy the higher craftsmanship option compared to the Western consumers. So there are some interesting marketing implications here. The first is that, yes, luxury brand and consumption choices are vehicles of self-expression for both cultures. However, what drives these choices are very different. So clearly there are brand loyalty implications. We actually ran some studies that are not on luxury, where we see that East Asians are more likely to switch to a different brand, a competitor brand from their favorite brand, if they introduce a new feature. Versus for Westerners, that doesn't work. They still stay with their favorite brand. So the bottom line is that it is critical for brands, luxury and non-luxury, to understand that even if people are making the same choices, the reasons behind the choices may be very different. Thank you.